just left the grocery store looking a hot mess, but that's okay. I gotta go home, get dressed, put my makeup on, and then head to the studio for the afternoon. And I got my energy drink. This one right here, I'm not a huge fan of the Alani. They're good, but I'm not like overjoyed with them. But this one, and then they're like, I think it's called like Dream Float, is my favorite. All the rest of them, the reason they're not really my favorites, or I'm not a huge fan, is because they're like really, really sweet. But this one's pretty good. All right, time to go home. Oh, by the way, no. So I just got to work and I just saw a customer, but I've been dying to tell you guys my big news. So here we are. I already recorded this one time, and when I went to edit, I hated it. I was like, ugh. So I figured while I'm sitting here folding my linens for the studio that I would go ahead and share my big news. So first and foremost, I want to say that, like, you all know, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I got into MFM and like fell in love with MFM, and I just love OBGYN and MFM, and I love owning my own studio, and I love all my mamas. But now that I have a kid that's going off to college, and I have a son who's in baseball and does sports, and everything's just getting expensive, I have been in this point where I have not been able to save the money that I want to save. And if any of you have ever opened a business, not just an ultrasound business, but a business in general, you know that unless you had money saved up from the beginning, or unless somebody like gifted you the money to open your own business, that you basically are like riding skin and bones until you get your loans paid off. So with that being said, no, I'm not giving up my business. I love owning my own studio, but I do need to start thinking about the future and investing a little more. And, you know, like I said, paying for school and sports and stuff like that. Like, I can't expect Mark to do all that on his own, even though I know he'd gladly do it, but I just can't expect that. So, I decided, after a lot of praying, and a lot of asking God for a lot of guidance, it just seems like the right thing to do. And so anyways, there's this new imaging center that's opening up by my house, and you all know that I don't like to drive. If it requires me sitting in the traffic for longer than like 10 to 15 minutes, I feel like that's just such a waste of time that I could be spending with my family instead of sitting in traffic. That's just how I feel about it. But anyways, so this new imaging center opened up is opening up, and I thought, God, I prayed. I was like, should I apply for this just to see? And honestly, since I've been out of like the workforce, not necessarily out of the workforce, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not in the hospital or a clinic. I honestly didn't think that I would get a call back, but I figured, why not? So I did. I got a call back, and I talked to the HR lady. She asked me some questions. I asked her some questions that I had, and then she instantly was like, hey, do you want us to go ahead and schedule an interview with the hiring manager? I was like, sure. So then a week later, I get an interview with the hiring manager, and like, we kind of hit it off. Like, it just seemed like maybe we had known each other. I don't know. Maybe I was the only one that felt that way. I don't know. But anyways, she is asking me all the questions, and then set me up with an interview with the doctor. So the day comes, and I interview with the doctor, and he is basically the lead on everything. I'll be working directly with him. He's interviewing me and basically offered me the position on the phone. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. But because they are a part of a hospital system, they obviously have to go through their HR and everything. So he was like, he's like, I want to offer you the position, but I can't until we know what the pay is and this and that. And he was like, speaking of that, like, what are you looking to make? And honestly, guys, like, I didn't know what to say, because one, I had just come from being MFM, and MFM makes good money. And also too, with like the pandemic being, like us going through the pandemic, there was a lot of like pay increases in the healthcare systems and so on and so forth. So I really didn't know what to ask for, so I probably undershot. Let's just say I probably did, but I basically said I'd like to make somewhere around $37 an hour. And I can't tell you how much they offered me, but it was more than that. Also with a sign-on bonus, so that's exciting. And then, so they called me to set up all my occupational health stuff, so I go do that next week. And then they also asked me like when I'd be willing to start, and I basically told them I had to hire somebody to run my studio. So I needed a little bit of time, and they said that's perfect, because with it being a new building, a new facility, they had to push it back almost a month. So they won't be actually opening till like the first week of August. So it gives me plenty of time to find somebody. I've already had a couple interviews. I think I have somebody in mind already, but whoever I hire has to be like a really good fit. And I, you know, I'll take care of them, but basically I just want them to be here and take care of my moms like I would, and you know, like make them happy, because that's what this is about. This is a bonding experience for new parents, and sometimes parents that have just loved it here and wanted to come back. So there's that. But I start at the end of July, and I'm really excited. It is mostly women's imaging, but no OB. There may be occasional GYN, but no OB. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm also like really nervous at the same time, because I have never done that. Well, I have, but not like in a capacity, like for instance, like breast imaging. At one hospital that I worked at, they required us to do like a rotation in the women's center to do like breast ultrasounds. So I have experience, but it wasn't like my full-time experience. So I'm a little nervous. So I've been doing some studying. I want to be as prepared as possible going into this. So I'm really excited. And now my anxiety has switched gears. It's not necessarily starting work, because like I'm more excited about my first day, and I want to take you guys with me. But I'm really excited about my first day because, one, we get a new machine. Like, it's a whole new, brand new building. I'm going to be like one of the only sonographers. I think there's going to be 2 of us that is going to be there at first. So I'm excited about that. But anyhow, now my anxiety switched gears. It's to finding the right person to run my studio. But I want to get to a point where I can save up enough and have enough put aside, help pay for college and sports and all that good stuff. But I also want to be able to open up another studio. So that's kind of like my big goals. Like, I just have big dreams, big goals, and I'm really excited about it all. But we'll see where this takes us. I've been praying about it. I know like we can make all the plans we want, and then God's going to give us something different, where he's going to give us his plan, not our plan. So I just plan and hope for the best. But either way, whatever happens, I know it's what's meant for me, and I'm really excited. But anyways, that's my big news. I will keep you all updated on if I find somebody to run my studio for me. And then I'll also keep everybody posted, like as I start my new job, and tell you how it goes. But yeah, I'm really excited, and no, it's not because I don't like what I'm doing or anything like that. I just have big plans, and I have to execute them somehow. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't ramble too much, and I look forward to doing the next video. Y'all take care. Love y'all. That's it for the day. Now time to put these linens up and then shut everything down before heading home. Hope you guys enjoyed this type of video.